Accidentals. We play all Michigan music on the Coffee Break Show on Fridays. In the studio, we have Jerry Jodloski, and Jerry is with How to Halloween. He's putting on the downtown Lansing Zombie Walk, and amongst many things. And Jerry, good to see you. How you been?
Hi, Jack. Great to see you. I mean, it's always a nice annual thing to come over and see you.
We'd love to have you on, too. But let's start at the very beginning. I mean, you love Halloween. A lot of people do.
Right.
Most people do. Let's talk a little bit about how you got into Halloween festivities like this.
You know what? It was all from being a kid. The memories of that, the magic of the day. Mm-hmm. You know, my mom making a costume, a Batman costume, you know, out of long underwear and sewing it. You know, you couldn't really get costumes like you can now. You know,
right?
You can
exactly.
get anything now. And, you know, I was a superhero for a day, and it couldn't have been better. So those are enduring, and to be able to give that same kind of magic back to my kids is just really something. So,
you know, today Halloween has become an art. I mean, it's not like when I was a kid, we used to take cork and we used to burn it, and we'd be hobos every year.
Yeah.
That's what we did. But How to Halloween is a little bit more specific. There's some finesse when it comes to putting together Halloween, not only Halloween costumes, but decorations, and that's kind of what you do, right?
I think so, yeah. You know what? And we bring in all those people who are just in the tops of their genre, you know, whether it's makeup or props or, you know, electronics, goes on and on, you know, because all those things come together because there's so many different creative avenues that you can go down for Halloween, which is what's great about it. You know, it can be pop culture, sci-fi, haunt, you know, family friendly, and on, you know. So, you know, so it's nice. It's a little bit of something for everybody in that way. You know, you can let it be what you want it to be.
So you have from the scary to the spooky. Big difference between the two.
That's true. You know what? We're more maybe spooky.
Okay.
So there's no. How about there's no blood and gore? You know, nothing like that.
Yeah, that's one thing.
No
a lot of people are wondering. If you walk into How to Halloween, what are you going to see?
Okay,
it's not at the Lansing Center, right?
It's at the Lansing Center. Okay. We're in Exhibit Hall C. So it's this 30,000 square foot huge hall. The lights are turned down low, which is kind of neat, you know, for a festival. And you walk in, and we have different areas. It's almost like as if you're going to you know, Disney World or Universal Studios on Halloween night.
Very cool.
But you'll come in, and the first thing you'll see is our Hero City, where the League of Enchantment will have 20 plus superheroes are going to be there. In fact, our headliner this year is Capital City Wonder Woman, and she is just an absolute amazing person.
She was on the show.
Oh,
isn't she something else?
What a story! You know, she's 6'4" in her boots, and just as stoic and amazing as, you know. Even I get a little starstruck when I still see her, and just the story of you know, a wife and mother of four who just you know, and champion of anti-bullying. So she's going to be there to meet. We'll have a Princess Plaza for the little kids after that. Yeah. There's this fantasy realm with a group called a House of 1,000 Glue Sticks. They made this 20-foot long frost dragon costume.
How cool is that?
We've got Monsters, Inc. Scare Floor, which is fun. We've got the 501st Star Wars characters, the group, you know, from the Great Lakes Garrison.
Right.
The Ghostbusters are there. We've got this mad scientist laboratory with a lot of groups doing, you know, some tech stuff, and then kind of a spooky trail walkthrough of a graveyard. I'm going to keep going. So that's just the outside.
You got a lot going on. It's incredible.
Circle. We haven't even gone in the inside. So now in the inside, we are sold out of our vendor area this year. We've got dozens of vendors, all kind of Halloween themed. You know, and you can do some shopping in there, bring your wallets, you know, and support local artists and crafters. And the neat thing about this, though, is that we got about 50 interactive activities going on. You know, how to, that's the name of the game,
right.
You know, and there's stations where you can see how these things are made, you know, and let's say like, you know, you can make your own hero cape or mask or a hero shield, or, you know, learn makeup tips and knitting, sewing. I mean, from every little thing. And and then there's trick-or-treating stations too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's a couple dozen of those. A main stage. We got some music going and entertainment. There's dancers and musical performances and a magician. Holy cow! It
goes on and on.
This really is an amazing.
It's a very unique event. I mean, we want to let people know that it is not a haunted house. I mean, you're going to go to this, and the way you described it just is so inviting. It's going to be quite an event.
Absolutely. It's completely the alternative to the dozens of haunted houses out there. It's something very unique and different. I mean, it's kind of best described as a, part Comic-Con, part science fair. If you know what a maker fair is, it's a Halloween-themed maker fair.
It is. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
On Saturday, October 13th, and we're doing it on Sunday also. But it all kicks off with the downtown Lansing Zombie Walk.
Let's talk a little bit about the Zombie Walk. That's been going on for some time, too.
This is our 9th annual.
It's incredible.
Yes.
When it started 9 years ago, did you have a lot of people that were dressed up like zombies?
Stephen Ward was the beginning of the Horde Master 9 years ago. And he, it just was this ragtag group who met in a park, and it really, I'm sure people were wondering maybe a dozen or 2 dozen or something like that. And
hanging out in the park.
That's exactly
That's
it.
funny.
Because it costs money to be able to do that. But now that we've got a little bit of help, and so now we all meet at the Lansing Center. And we'll take a group picture. Oh, we're collecting food donations for the Greater Lansing Food Bank.
Very good, very good.
And then head on off to the Capitol for a crazy photo op.
Now, can you go into How to Halloween and learn how to dress up like a zombie? Although dressing like a zombie, maybe people think, well, that won't take a whole lot of doing. But there is a unique way to do it. To make yourself look right.
Yeah, you can. With the airbrushing, some people really go out and there's certain techniques.
Right.
And yes, this is the place to talk to the people who know how to do it. So, I mean, if you don't want to just be that standard normal person, let's if you want to punch up your game this year, there you go. This is the place to do it. Sure.
So, how many people do you expect will be at the Zombie
we're looking
Walk?
for the Zombie Walk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's hundreds. Probably pushing 200, is what we're looking at. We also have a couple zombie response vehicles who are leading the way with the lights flashing and
wow.
So it's
going to be quite a spectacle down on Michigan Avenue beginning tomorrow.
We look forward to kind of invading the city and rustling up the unsuspecting citizens of our
zombies
downtown.
all over downtown beginning at noon. Now that's free, right? You can just come in.
Yeah, come on in.
No problem.
Go for a walk and go to the Capitol. Then we hope we invite all the zombies back for a best zombie contest, which is always fun to see. We'll bring them back on stage and hope that they come back and do How to Halloween and enjoy the festivities for the day.
Well, the cool thing about it, it's family friendly, and that's one thing we want to emphasize. Even the Zombie Walk is family friendly. Just bring I can see the kids dressed up.
The kids come, bring your dog, they too.
I wanted to ask you about dogs. Sure. Everything I read this year is the population of dressing up dogs is really getting big. Do you do some of that?
Yes, yeah, they do come. They do have the dogs who come and which is great. I mean, dog costumes, you can't beat that. And then just because of that, we have the mystery machine that's going to be out in the lobby, kind of, so for the dog lovers and any Scooby-Doo fans or can come and get a photo op, a free photo op that'll be there for anyone to see in the lobby of the Lansing Center.
Very cool. Lights, music, vendors, fun things to do.
Yes.
It makes me. When do you start the idea? When do you start doing this? You don't start the day before Halloween. I mean, you're moving.
I'm already planning for next year.
I was going to say you got to be.
It's every year. It's the inspiration just keeps coming and building and we're doing it all year long.
It has gotten bigger, hasn't it? I mean,
it has. It's grown steadily and we've been so lucky. Having some really great sponsors who are community minded. Celebration Cinema and then Capitol Area District Libraries stepped up this year. How great to have them involved, along with McIntyre and Cohen Realty and MSUFCU. Thank to them.
Absolutely,
they're making it possible to have a little bit, just a small budget to do a little advertising, get the word out, and so. But it's our first sellout crowd this year for vendors, and we got them. We're jam-packed. We couldn't fit another thing in.
That's got to make you feel good, you know?
It does. It's a good feeling.
Jerry, it's always a pleasure. It sounds like a great time. And downtown Lansing Saturday, beginning at 11 o'clock for the How To, and then the Zombie Walk at noon.
How-2Halloween.com.
There you go.
That's the place to
Is that where do you go? Okay, what's it again?
How-2Halloween.com.
Very good. Jerry Jodloski with the Ghouls and Goblins all downtown tomorrow. Check it out. This is LCC Radio and TV, and we're going to be right back.